Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today I'm going to teach you about the Eternal Egg. Long term, I'm trying to beat every deck on every stake without any Joker stickers. This means you can use Jokers throughout the run, but no Jokers are allowed to cross the finish line. We got caught up on the blue deck all the way up through orange stake, now we have gold stake next. I did do a little bit of restarting so that we can get in the first shop buffoon pack, pick up Northern Lion right away, and take an investment tag. So as a generic gold stake run, this is a pretty strong start. I think this would be a pretty easy gold stake win. The question is this a strong enough start that we can build a strong enough deck that we can actually beat the final boss without having to use any Jokers to help us score? Let's find out. Pick up Northern Lion here. I have $4. I could take a standard pack, but it's probably better to just save our money until we have $25 in the bank. We could take a runner. I have no other way of scoring, so maybe against this boss here we use the runner for one hand and then sell it, maybe? Anyway, passing on the standard pack, go next. Take the investment tag. Alright, here I can keep Jack through 9, go for a high-ish straight. We can do Queen high, throwing away. Let's play the hearts, keep the spades, I guess. This doesn't win, even though we get the plus 15 chips. Takes us up to 360. I have another straight, ace high straight. I can discard to get some cards that are not debuffed. Maybe I play the jack. Okay, so this should win. We don't need the runner. We don't have to pay the rental fee. Let's ship it. Okay, and then we get the investment tag. $37. So Mystic Summit seems good, actively good. Let's take Mystic Summit, sure. I could take a Celestial pack here, could take a Tower, could take a Standard pack. Let's go Celestial pack first. Mercury or Mars. I think between the two of these, Mars I want to do, that's my long-term plan. I do need a short-term plan. So let's take Mercury for now. That'll help us survive in the short term, and then we can switch to 4 of a kind later, or we can switch to something else later. I could open a standard pack. It would cost me an extra $1, so I think I'm just gonna go next. Alright. I can dig for a pair. I have 3 aces. 3 aces might be better than the level 2 pair. How about I just play the 3 aces and ship? Cool. Next round, maybe 2 hands, maybe a pair twice. Alright, we don't need throwback as a rental. We can't take any Eternals because we won't be able to sell them. We can take another Celestial pack. This time, maybe Uranus, that's a safe thing to take here, but I'm going to take 4 of a kind. I think short term we can play pairs, long term we can do 4 of a kind. Give that a try. I do have money for the standard pack this time, but we miss. I don't want a stone card. Let's go next. Bosses play 5 cards. Okay. I have a bunch of 6s. I could do the 4 of a kind. Sure, 4 of a kind wins, even without the level up. Okay, $11 on Northern Lion already. Can't take the Vampire, could take the Swashbuckler. Yes, could take a Buffoon pack. Campfire, maybe. Celestial pack. Probably Mercury. Still go pairs. We can't afford anything else. Let's go next. Alright, so now Swashbuckler plus Mystic Summit. All we gotta do is play a pair. Maybe pair of 9s. I'm gonna go pair of 9s instead of the 3 of a kind, I think. Maybe 3 of a kind is still better. Cool. Okay, I've got Judgment, I've got Buffoon Pack. We should take Judgment. Buffoon Pack takes me down to 34. Am I taking Hone here? Am I taking the Celestial Pack? Probably I want the Celestial Pack. Probably we don't take Hone yet. This boss, face cards face down, not a problem. Okay, so let's go Buffoon Pack. Can't take Eternal, could take Splash. So Splash, probably you sell Splash, so maybe the extra chips are helpful to me in the short term. I think I want to sell Splash and then use Judgment. Wily Joker, not super helpful. Celestial Pack, we can take another Mercury card and could re-roll here down to 27. I think I want to take Hone, so let's go save our money. Go next. Alright, I could go for the 3 of a kind. I could just try to play pairs. Maybe. I can do a pair of 10. I was gonna say, maybe I'm supposed to sell Wily Joker. Okay. Sorry, what was the boss again? Oh yeah, face down cards. Okay, so we can go Celestial Pack, we can go Arcana. Celestial, Mars, or Mercury. I think we still take Mercury cards for the short term, even though we want to do 4 of a kind later. And I could take the Gelato. Gelato makes a lot of sense here instead of Wily Joker. Let's go Arcana first. Okay, I could go Priestess for 2 planets. I could make a glass card. I could make a glass card to set it up for the future. Maybe I make Glass Queen here. Or do I want the 2 planet cards? I think I take the 2 planet cards. Okay, not super useful to me. Let's pick up the Gelato and go next. Alright, so now that we have the Gelato, it actually doesn't matter what we play. We just want to activate the Mystic Summit, plus 25 on the Swashbuckler. There you go. Alright, so that's 13,000. It's been 7 rounds, we're in Ante 3, and we haven't got any tarot cards yet. That's not good. There's an Arcana pack. So this is the last shop. I'm taking Hone for sure. So I take the Arcana pack. I don't have money for the Celestial pack. I think that's how it goes. I could take a Hermit here. I could use Strength to try to set up my 4 of a kind. I could use the Hung Man for the same reason. I think we take the money. Now we can afford a Celestial pack. We could reroll first. Do I want an Ancient Joker? Ancient Joker is kind of chill. We can do flushes in the short term. I think I'm not going to do Ancient Joker this time. I think I'm going to stick with pairs. So Celestial Pack takes me to 36. We could go 1 more. We'll take a trading card here. Yes. Okay, if we take the trading card, I only have 2 rounds on my Swashbuckler. Do we have high enough level pairs that we don't need the Gelato anymore? Maybe. Alright, so let's go Celestial Pack. We could take another Mercury card here. So maybe now with level 6 pairs, we get rid of the Gelato. Or we get rid of the Campfire. It's a little bit early for the Campfire. That's okay. I mean, maybe I could swap Campfire for Golden Joker here. Maybe that's greedy. Alright, go next. I already have 2 value generators. Let's not take the perishable. Alright, I can snap off an ace, I guess. I can discard face cards. And play a pair of sixes. I can play a pair of tens. Okay. Reset the campfire one more round on the swashbuckler. Okay. Could take a fist here to replace the swashbuckler. Let's see here. 2 booster packs takes me to 35 bucks. Probably I reroll once. Do we keep the swashbuckler, sell the swashbuckler? I guess if it's perishable, we sell it. Okay. Can't take the satellite. Standard pack looking for seals. I could take a blue seal 4. Okay. Not great with the fist, the 4, but we can make it work. Celestial pack takes me 32. We could go one more. Could take temperance here for 34. Okay, now we might be cooking. So I can take another Mars card. I could take the Chad as a source of chips. Take the Chad instead of the fist here, but I think I want the Molt more. So I don't take the Chad here. I could take the Chad and try to get a photograph. Chances of getting a photograph that's not eternal or perishable or rental. I guess we just go temperance. Go one more. Take another Mercury card. Do I want the dagger? I do want the dagger. My question is, does the dagger take up too much space? Maybe. Maybe it takes up too much space. I want some kind of scaling plus mult, and this is it. I think I'm not going to do the dagger this time. Even though it's good with Northern Lion. One thing you could do is you could cash out Northern Lion right away and just get 46 mult, and that's probably good for the whole run if we just cash out right away. I want to keep Northern Lion for money. I don't want to sacrifice Northern Lion to the dagger. Let's go one more. Get a consolation. Okay. So what if we get rid of the campfire, take the constellation, use Mars here? Do I use these other planets? I don't think it's gonna make that big a difference, so I will take Mars. I won't use these other planets. Let's go next or one more. $8 is expensive. Maybe we just go next. All right, so I can snap off 2s if we're gonna be doing the fist. I am looking for high pairs, except not aces because we already removed an ace. Maybe I was supposed to remove another ace. I can play a flush. That's not good. I can play a pair now. Alright, level up pair. Okay, that's better. I can play the pair of 9s. This wins. I could try to dig for the blue seal. Maybe let's do that. Maybe let's dig. If we have enough money, we can afford it. So there's the blue seal. I can play the pair of 9s. If I do play the pair of 9s, I use the earth card. Pair of 9s. Yes. Okay, so short term, we play the pairs with the blue seal. I can use the trading card to try to set up my 4 of a kind. Maybe what I do is I try to make more 4s. Maybe. Cartomancer I would love if it wasn't eternal. Cartomancer has been really useful with the lower stake runs because with the lower stake runs you actually don't need the jokers for scoring. You just take Cartomancer and Northern Lion and trading card and it's a great time. I could take a buffoon pack here. I probably don't take the magic trick. Could take shoot the moon. Is shoot the moon easier / safer than doing the fist? Probably. Maybe. Boss's face down cards? If I have the trading card, I could probably make Shoot the Moon work. Give it a try. Could take a Celestial Pack here. We could reroll first. Seltzer, no. Could take a business card. I think I stick with the trading card instead of the business card. Let's go one more. Take a Mars card. Declining the pants. As a rental. So, could take another Mars card. Could take a Mercury card. I think we continue doing the pairs. Not level up the 4 of a kind. Just to be safe. Okay. I can snap off another 2. Now we don't have to worry about the fisting. We can discard. If I play the pair of 4s with Shoot the Moon and Mystic Summit, is this going to be too strong? Maybe I'm supposed to play the pair of queens and then dig for the blue seal. Makes sense to me. Yeah, okay. Let's throw away the ace. Alright, the next pair wins. We can throw away high card king. I can throw away high card 10 and then win with a pair of 10s. I can play the pair of 10s. Alright, I'm a couple strength cards away from being able to play my 4 of a kind. And then start getting the blue seal value from the 4 of a kind. Okay, Hungman is great. Could take a holographic 2. Fancy 2. Pretty good, but we don't need it. Oh, I could have taken a queen there. I could take a mime to go with my Shoot the Moon. I get more blue seal value that way. Maybe that's worth doing. We get rid of the Mystic Summit. That does make my draws more difficult. We get more blue seal value, right? I mean, what could it hurt, right? Probably the safe thing. You take the popcorn instead of Shoot the Moon. Let's go next. All right, $29 Northern Lion. I can snap off another ace. I can use the Hungman. So I think the 8s we hang them. Yeah. 8s we hang them. Snap off the ace. Okay. I have 1 queen in hand. I can discard. I don't have any pairs. That's not great. Let's play high card 9. Maybe I should have played high card first a long time ago. Alright. This is definitely a pair. At minimum, it's a pair. So we can start there. Okay. What suit is it? This is a jack. It can't be a queen. So that's a jack, so this is a guaranteed pair. 2 queens in hand. Never didn't have it. Polychrome Andrew. Could take Telescope for my pairs. Boss is the Serpent. When do we start going for the 4 of a kind? I got 47 cards in the deck? Not yet. Not yet. Could take a purple 10. Purple seal on the gold stake usually I'm not excited about, but maybe if we have the trading card, maybe we can make the purple seal work for us. I could take a purple 5 for kind of the same reason. I could take a gold king. Could take a steel card, and then that works with the mime. I think I take the purple. And we could go one more down to $27. Maybe I wait until trading card is done and then reroll. Let's go next. Alright, I can snap off the ace. I can play a pair of kings, which doesn't win. And then I can discard. So if I play the pair of kings... Okay. I can play a pair of sevens, which doesn't win. I can discard purple. I have the blue seal. Let's play the pair which doesn't win. Okay, next pair wins. So I could try to go for the 4 of a kind 10s here. I could just discard the 10s and maybe go 4 of a kind queens. Let's discard 1 purple or 2 purple. Let's discard both purple. I can use the plutonium. We get temperance. Okay, so star we don't need, temperance we use. We can play the pair of 5s. Trading cards done. Okay. Bubble up my pairs. 1.9 on the constellation. So could go telescope for pairs. I think I do take the telescope, but maybe not yet. I still want to get Mars cards. If I have the blue seal, I don't really need the telescope that bad. Okay, 2 rentals we can pass. Don't need a red card. Don't need an 8-ball. Baron is eternal. Bummer. Take the Saturn for the constellation. Probably go 1 more than Arcana pack. Take a Hungman. Okay. This boss... Maybe I don't do the Luchador. Alright, we got the Mars card. Arcana pack. I can make a gold card, which is pretty good with the mime, which is not going to last very long, the mime. I could use strength and maybe set up my 4 of a kind that way. I think we take the gold card. I could use strength on 2 4s. 2 4s gives me 7 5s, and with 7 5s I can try to play the 4 of a kind 5s. I think I'm kind of interested in that idea. Okay. Even though we miss out on the gold card, that's fine. So let's do this then. Saturn we use... I should have sold the trading card because we could, in theory, get another trading card. We can go 9s and jacks. We can hang them. Turn the 4s into 5s. And then we have the purple seal 5. If we get death, we can copy the purple seal 5. We can strength the 4, the blue 4 into a 5. Seems good. Go next. Alright. I can play a pair, but I don't have the molt from Shoot the Moon. Let's do a tester. Okay, so that's like 5,000. I can play a pair. I can play a full house here. Maybe I'm interested in trying to get the 5s. So how do I do that? How do I make that work? It's gonna be tough, but not impossible. I probably have to discard some queens. I could play the 3 of a kind instead of the pair. Let's try the pair. Alright, so now we can't lose. Now actually if we play a pair we get 5,000 points, so now let's just draw 5s. One more time, 5s. Okay. I think we might be in the kitchen. Alright. More rounds on the mime. Sell the trading card. Give me another trading card, please. Take the Bonkler again. Then I don't have to mess around with Shoot the Moon. Standard pack gives me a blue seal, a blue jack. That feels bad because we already got rid of a jack, but I can turn a jack into a queen and maybe it works out. Definitely take the telescope here. Arcana takes me to 30 bucks. I could reroll first. Polychrome Golden Joker. I could swap Shoot the Moon for the Golden Joker as a Polychrome. Pool for Mercury, or we take Hermit here. I guess Hermit. Okay. Polychrome, or just go one more. We could spin the wheel. I just used a Hermit. Maybe that's a reason not to spin the wheel, but I have blue seals, so I'll hold on to it and see what happens. $7, we could go one more. Take an Earth card. Yeah. Bummer. Bummer. Alright, Serpent. If I can get the 4 of a kind, that would be pretty sweet. If I play the pair of kings, I think it's too much. I could play the pair of queens. I could put the constellation over here. Let's try this pair of queens. Okay, so another pair wins. Got it. I can start discarding. Maybe I play high card. High card ace. I can discard purple. I can play high card king. I could play, yeah, high card king. Okay. Let me do one more of those. Alright. 4 of a kind wins if we can get it. I could do 4 of a kind 5s. I could do 4 of a kind 10s, maybe. I can discard purple. Pool for Earth. Yeah. Alright, you got me. Discard a 2. Draw a 5. Didn't get the 4 of a kind. I can play the pair, I guess. Fool. I guess I'll just use it for an Earth card for the constellation. And then play the pair of 10. Bummer. Okay. Level 15 pairs. Okay. Next round, 60,000. We get the Celestial pack. Sorry, Celestial pack. Take a Mercury card. Extra discard is pretty sweet. I think I'd take it now. I think take extra discard now. Maybe extra hand size we also take. Maybe Shoot the Moon if we have the Swashbuckler. We don't take Shoot the Moon. Do something like that. Okay. So constellation on the left. Let's play the pair of kings. Next pair wins. Okay. So let's play high card queen. Perfect. Okay, and we got the blue jack. High card queen again. We got the 5. Okay. Discard the pairs. I can play high card queen. Save a discard for a purple seal. I have 2 blue seals. 2 blue seals doesn't matter because we have the mime, right? Play the 4 5s. Mime is done. That's okay. Didn't get any gold cards for the mine. We had an opportunity to make a gold card, but we chose not to, so that we can use strength. And I think it worked out for us. Alright. 2 rentals. I want a standard pack. I could take another blue 6. I could take a red queen. Red queen, we can make into red steel or red glass. That can be a winning hand with the 4 of a kind. Let's go next. Oh, maybe I should sell the mime for extra interest. Maybe should have sold the mime. Anyway. I can start with a pair of 3s. 24,000. I can play a pair of jacks. Pair of queens. Alright, the next pair wins. We can play high card ace. Got the blue seal, looking for 5s. Okay, so I have a 5. I think I keep this 5. I get a priestess, now I don't need this 5. Okay, no on the moon. Priestess we can use for the constellation. We've got the 4 of a kind 5s. That's it? Sorry, what's the boss? Boss is -1 hand size, okay. Probably fine. Only 2 more rounds on the swashbuckler. A little bit spooky. But we do have 47 on Northern Lion. Could take a chariot here. I could use chariot on the queen and make a red steel card. That seems useful. Standard pack. Could take another steel card. Could take a steel 3. I think I'm not going to take a steel 3. I think that might compromise my ability to get the 4 of a kind. Could take Jimbo here. Could take a celestial pack. We probably don't need the celestial pack, so let's just go next. I need another temperance. Okay, so I have -1 hand size. I could use the chariot on the blue seal. I think I could go for the 4 of a kind 10s here instead of 5s. Let's discard purple. Get lovers, okay. Let's play a pair of 10. Okay. I can discard again. I have a purple 5. I want to hit the 4 of a kind. The reason I want to hit the 4 of a kind is so that I can get the blue seal value. I have 4 5s left in the deck. Okay. Go one more. I have the 5s. I can discard purple. I can get rid of lovers. I can use the priestess. So, one more high card. My telescope, does it do high card yet? No, I still got 22 pairs. Okay, so I want to play all these 5s. I want to save the chariot for the red seal. I can use the priestess for 1 card here. Play the 4 of a kind. One more round on the Bonkler. Okay, ante 7, let's go. Could take glow up. Definitely we take 2 Arcana packs. Arcana 1 gives me a Herm. We can make the Steel Queen. Take a Hermit. Okay, Arcana 2. I definitely want glow up. Before we go Arcana 2, we could do a little re-rolling. I don't think I need this banner. I might not need to buy the Neptune. I'll do it just to be safe. We're going to lose the Bonkler, and so maybe I need the Neptune to level up my Constellation. Looking for Temperance. No Temperance. We could use Strength on a Jack to make a Queen. We could use Hermit here for 20 bucks. I think I'd take the money. My 4 of a kind is 5s. I think I'm just committed to doing that, rather than trying to go 4 of a kind queens. Go one more. Do I want Smiley Face? Smiley Face could be a thing. Something to do. Go next. Boss gonna debuff my clubs. Okay, so we can start with the pair of 7s. That's 30,000. Okay. If I play the queens here with the Constellation, is that going to be too much? I think I play the 9s as a pair. Great. I think now we switch to high card. So high card king is fine. I can do high card queen. I have the 5s. 15 cards in the deck. I'm going to keep the 5. There we go. Star we can hold on to. We play the 4 of a kind. Swashbuckler is done. Okay, so now is one of those situations where you sell the Swashbuckler. It's a common, has a chance of coming back. Could take the Mystic Summit. We were doing that before. We could probably do that again. Standard pack. Foil Ace we don't need. Mega Arcana looking for Temperance. We get Temperance. Okay, we also get Strength. I can go Strength, a 4 and a 3. I could Strength a 4 and a Jack. Let's go 4 and 3. That opens us up to potentially getting Strength again on the 4s. If we have Temperance, we can re-roll into it. Could take a Mail-in Rebate here. Mail-in Rebate instead of Smiley Face, probably. Keep the Juggler for the hand size. 2 Eternals. Could take a Chad. Chad holographic, probably better than Mystic Summit. Seltzer, no. $9 for a reroll. Let's go next. Alright. Rebate on 7s. So, no Bonkler this time. What happens if I play the pair of 6s? Okay, that's only 27,000. That's fine. It does mean we need the 4 of a kind in order to win, which is also fine. Okay. Steel. That's 50,000. Okay. I can discard 1/7. I have the 4 of a kind, which means we can't lose. So I could discard purple here. Strength. Okay, strength on the 4s. That's great. I have a 7 I could discard for money. I could play high card first. I could play high card and try to get... Actually, I could play a pair here. This is fine. Okay. Now discard the 7. Okay. 4 of a kind, 2 blue seals. Ship it. Boss's clubs are debuffed. Okay. That was only 100,000, by the way. So the 4 of a kind doesn't win on its own. Bummer. Even with a ×4. Bummer. Alright, rebate on 7s again. Juggler's done. Standard pack's looking for glass, maybe steel, maybe purple king. Maybe purple king. Maybe I don't want to add more cards to the deck. I only have 3 more rounds. I only have 4 more rounds, actually. I'm looking for something hyper-specific. So we can just do a little re-rolling here. Could pick up Uranus. Could pick up a Mercury card. One more. Could spin the wheel again. Alright. Could take Senor Huesos here, just to be safe. You know what? Alright. Alright, I'm thunking. Idea. Let's go... play the pair of 10s. Okay. I can play a pair of jacks. I actually need pairs, so let's play the pair of jacks. Actually, I need to discard the 7s. Okay. My 4 of a kind didn't win, so I probably need to play a pair of 5s. I can play a pair of 6s. And that should be good enough. Alright, I have 1 more 7 in the deck. I could play high card here. Alright. Discard the purple 10. Also 5 or keep the 5? We could discard the 5. I have death. Okay. Moon? No. I use death on the queen. I can turn a 9 into a queen. That seems reasonable. Play the 4 of a kind here. $150,000 for the 4 of a kind. Got it. Alright, what's the boss situation? Boss situation says, shuffle me Jimbos. Got it. Clearance sale. Alright, we got 58 on Northern Lion here. We take a standard pack. Standard pack gives me another blue seal. Gives me a purple 9. These things we don't need. Alright. Could take Temperance for 50 bucks. Do a little re-rolling. Could take the boots here for plus 30. Maybe boots instead of the Chad. Okay. Does that make my pairs too strong? Could take Steel Joker here. Maybe Steel Joker instead of the boots, actually. Alright. Neptune. Go one more. $9. Okay. Feed the constellation. Go next. Rebate on 5s. Probably not going to be discarding any 5s, huh? Okay, I can start by playing a pair of 6s. Pair of 6s plus Steel Joker plus Steel card. I think I'm going to throw away the Steel card here. I could try to do 4 of a kind queens. And then that way we can discard the 5s for money. I could do 4 of a kind 10s. So pair is 30,000. Okay, that's fine. What if we discarded 5s? And then played 4 of a kind 10s? Maybe. Do we discard the blue 5? Maybe. Discard the blue 5. Blue seal's probably worth the money. Play high card. Alright. I can discard this 5. I could go... Let's do the 4 of a kind 5s. Alright, I'm gonna discard purple here. Keep the 5s. Emperor, Magician, and Devil. Okay, so I can play the pair of jacks. I can discard to find a 5. I have 15 cards on the deck. I can make a lucky pair. I can make the jack into a gold. Sorry, I can make the jack into a gold card. Okay, I have 5, so we can't lose. I can play these 5s, and then it wins. There we go. Okay. Level up my 4 of a kind. Okay. I have a Celestial Pack. My most played hand is still pairs. Alright, 3 more rounds, send your Huesos. Rebate on 2s. We could probably swap it out now if we want. I could swap the rebate for a Burnt Joker, I guess. I could also swap it for Business card. Nah, let's stick with the Burnt Joker. Hit the road, we don't need. Could take a Fortune Teller here, could take a Magician. Maybe Fortune Teller. I want like a medium amount of plus mult, and maybe Fortune Teller is the right medium amount. Here we take a Mars card instead of a Mercury card. I want to level up my 4 of a kind. Okay, start with a pair of 10s. Okay, I can play a pair of 6s, keeping the 5s. I can for sure win with the 4 of a kind 5s now. Get Temperance. Alright, if I want, I can play high card a couple times. I probably can play a pair here. And then discard. Okay. Here's a bunch of 5s. I want to use my Temperance first. Chip it with the 5s. Alright. time. We can get the bean. Get the bean instead of the steel joker. What's in the buffoon pack? Faceless joker we can sell. Take the bean. Extra hand size is great. Celestial pack we reroll first. I don't need to level up my constellation anymore. So here I'm looking for Mars. If there's no Mars, I guess I'll take Mercury. And a Hermit. Hey, look, a Bonkler. Do I want the Bonkler? Maybe. Maybe instead of Constellation, we do the Bonkler. Maybe. Hierophant. Maybe. Trading card. Nope. I will take Mars. I can use the Emperor instead of the Hierophant. I could do both. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Let's go Emperor. Try to get Temperance. If we don't get Temperance, we can sell Northern Lion here. We don't get the Bonkler value, but we do have Fortune Teller, so it's fine, probably. Saturn. Could take a flash card. Maybe I want Michelle instead. Hungman helps, probably. Strength, maybe not important. So mainly I'm using strength to turn my 1-4 into a 5. So maybe we don't need strength. Alright, I think I have what I need. Alright. Shuffle me Jimbos. Let's do this. 2 and 7, we can hang them. 6s, we actually will go molt 5s. Okay. I can play a pair of 6s, throwing away a 5. So here's my pair. My pair is 20,000. Got it. I can play another pair of 10s. Okay. I can discard purple if I want. I can discard a 7. Fool for an Empress. That sucks. I have no more purple in the deck, so I guess Empress is fine. We use the Empress on the Kings. I can make a gold 5. Let's play a pair of Kings here. We do have the Steel Queen. Okay. I can play a pair of Jacks. Okay. Great. We can still discard if you want. We could discard the queens. We can discard the 10. We can discard this 5. Doesn't really matter. Discard this 5. There you go. So, alright. I wish I was paying attention to which Joker was doing what, but I guess I just sell all these. So, originally my plan was, oh, we keep Senor Huesos, and then Senor Huesos, if we lose, then Senor Huesos saves us. We actually win, but Senor Huesos doesn't get a sticker. That's what I wanted to do. Ended up not working out that way because now that they're face down, I actually don't know which one to sell, so that was a blunder. It would have been brilliant. What we needed to do was sell all our other jokers other than Senor Huesos. Senor Huesos as the only joker going into the boss. Now what we've got is 4 of a kind with, this is a ×4 basically. Ship it. Oops, I accidentally clicked on the deck. Yeah, getting the Senor Huesos win would have been pretty cool, but I guess not a bad way to go out either. With the double steel cards, the red steel cards. Yeah, so that's another technique that we have access to. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a purely jokerless run. We just have to beat the final round with no jokers. So Senor Huesos, that's a possibility you could also use here. Use your jokers to score some points and then sell them before the final hand. Constellation, too powerful. Constellation probably we're not able to hold on to because it would we would win in the first hand. So we had to sell the Constellation. Maybe we should have kept, if you wanted to play it a little bit safer here, maybe we should have kept the egg with the swashbuckler, because that would have given us enough mult to where we would get maybe 80,000 points per pair, and then we wouldn't need the 4 of a kind at all. But this is kind of the idea with these runs, is start out on some kind of normal gold stake stuff that's going to survive, start out on pairs, and then level up to some kind of finisher hand. So 4 of a kind's nice because you can put a bunch of gold cards, you can put a bunch of glass cards in your 4 of a kind, and then you can also take advantage of the steel cards. Man, my throat is so goopy today. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Takes us up to, now we've got 13%. 16 out of 120, that's 8 wins on 2 decks. We did the red deck, we did the blue deck, yellow deck is next. For these runs on the lower stakes, these are the jokers that I used. Take care, everyone.